In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country.
All right, guys. So I did an initial quick reaction last night about what I thought about the debate. And I wanted to go back through because I'm seeing now in a couple of different places that I'm not the only one that thinks that Kamala Harris absolutely dog-walked Donald Trump. So we're going to go through some of the key highlights of the debate, parts where Kamala Harris did very well, and also where Trump just completely lost it. But before we get into it, guys, remember, please go ahead and like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It helps grow the channel. It helps get this out to more people, and it's completely free, and it means the world to me. Okay, let's get into it. So I think that it was very clear that Kamala Harris actually did a lot of prep work for this debate, and I don't think Trump took it seriously at all. To the extent that Trump had any kind of prep or any kind of advice, it seems like his team told him to redirect every single issue back into immigration. There was a moment where Trump absolutely lost the debate, which I'll get into in just a second. But I think that the best part of this was, one, Kamala set up all kinds of traps, and Trump walked right into them. And then also the moderators, for once, did a really good job during this debate. And so we're going to take a look at what happened with CNN in the Joe Biden debate and the difference that it makes to have legitimate moderators, not like biased, although we'll talk about a little bit of the bias in a second, but legitimate moderators actually calling balls and strikes. So this first clip is Kamala Harris opening and basically giving the preview of what the Trump strategy is going to be up front, which I think is brilliant because she just exposes him at the very beginning of the debate. Let's take a look.
And I'll tell you something, he's going to talk about immigration a lot tonight, even when it's not the subject that is being raised. You're going to hear from the same old tired playbook, a bunch of lies, grievances, and name-calling.
So like I said, got out in front of the lies just by making a statement at the very beginning, which I thought was super intelligent. Now, the moment that Trump absolutely lost the debate was when he brought up the Haitian people, like, eating cats and dogs. We'll take a look at this, and then I'll react.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame.
I just want to clarify here. You bring up Springfield, Ohio, and ABC News did reach out to the city manager there. He told us there had been no credible reports of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals within the immigrant community.
Well, I've seen people on television.
Let me just say here, this is
the people on television say my dog was taken and used for food. So maybe he said that, and maybe that's a good thing to say for a city manager.
I'm not taking this from
but
television.
But the people on
I'm taking it from
television
the city
saying their
manager.
dog was eaten by the people that went there.
Again, the Springfield city manager says there's no evidence of that. Vice
We'll
President
find
Harris,
out.
I'll let you respond to the rest of what you've heard.
You talk about extreme.
I literally can't believe he was that stupid. I literally can't believe he brought that up in a nationally televised debate as if it's a thing that everybody understands is happening. It's been debunked. And this is what's so important about the moderators, and I'll get into the moderators in just a second, but having them there to actually combat that bullshit in real time, which they didn't do during the CNN debate. But the funniest part was that Trump was totally unprompted on bringing this up. Like, it wasn't like they asked him a question about this. He just brought it up, like, you know, because his team wanted him to talk about immigration. And so, of course, the thing that he thinks is going to help him is bringing up the false story, this dumb Facebook post story about Haitian migrants eating people's pets and stealing them. And then he doesn't stop. He just keeps going. He's, but I saw it on TV. The people on Newsmax and One American News Network told me it's true. You literally look like an unhinged maniac talking about that on national TV. Oh, shit. The other thing that she did well, and this is so important for somebody like Trump, is that, like, she brings up what a joke he is and kind of laughs about it.
And I'm going to actually do something really unusual, and I'm going to invite you to attend one of Donald Trump's rallies, because it's a really interesting thing to watch. You will see during the course of his rallies, he talks about fictional characters like Hannibal Lecter. He will talk about windmills cause cancer. And what you will also notice is that people start leaving his rallies early out of exhaustion and boredom.
First, let me respond as to the
Please.
rallies. She said people start leaving. People don't go to her rallies. There's no reason to go. And the people that do go, she's bussing them in and paying them to be there, and then showing them in a different light. So she can't talk about that. People don't leave my rallies.
And instead of talking about the question that was posed, which was about immigration, like, this is the issue that Trump wants to talk about, he goes, excuse me, first, I have to comment on the crowd sizes, okay? Every trap she set, he walked right into. So finally, I want to talk about the moderators. Now, I know that there's going to be a ton of right-wing freak out over this because the moderators were a little bit more adversarial towards Trump. I definitely think they were a little bit kinder to Kamala, but in all fairness, Kamala is not talking about Haitians stealing people's pets and eating them, you know? So, like, but like, to that point, this is the importance of having a real moderator. And I want to bring up the difference between the CNN debate with Joe Biden and how shitty Jake Tapper and Dana Bash from CNN were versus this debate. And it's as simple as just being prepared and fact-checking him in real time. Because the reason that Trump appears to do better in these debates than he actually does is because he's allowed to just lie ad nauseum and nobody actually brings up the fact that he's lying. So take a look real quick. I'm going to just show you side-by-sides of what the CNN debate looked like versus what the ABC debate looked like, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
The problem they have is they're radical because they will take the life of a child in the 8th month, the 9th month, and even after birth. After birth, if you look at the former governor of Virginia, he was willing to do this. He said, we'll put the baby aside and we'll determine what we do with the baby, meaning we'll kill the baby. What happened is we brought it back to the states, and the country is now coming together on this issue. It's been a great thing.
Thank you, President.
But her vice presidential pick says abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. He also says execution after birth. It's execution, no longer abortion, because the baby is born, is okay.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born. Madam Vice President, I want to get your response to President Trump.
They got asked about abortion in each of the debates. In the CNN debate, Trump did not answer the question, and he also brought up the whole, yeah, they're going to be killing people in the 9th month and even after they're born. And CNN was just like, okay, next question. They don't stop him. Here, it's as simple as the debate moderator says, actually, that's not happening in any of the states. Like, just easy stuff. Just bring that up. He's lying about that. That's not true. People have to know that that's not true, but there are people on the right that maybe possibly watched that debate and saw the debate moderator say, yep, that's not happening in any of the states. And maybe they're like, okay, well, maybe I'll look that up to verify this. I doubt it, but you still have to do that. You still have to actually fact check him in real time when he tells an egregious lie like that. The other one is on January 6th.
Mr. President, for 3.5 years after you lost the 2020 election, you repeatedly falsely claimed that you won, many times saying you won in a landslide. In the past couple of weeks leading up to this debate, you have said, quote, you lost by a whisker, that you, quote, didn't quite make it, that you came up a little bit short.
I said that?
Are you now acknowledging that you lost in 2020?
No, I don't acknowledge that at all.
But
I
you
said
did
that
say
sarcastically.
That.
You know that. It was said, oh, we lost by a whisker. That was said sarcastically. Look, there's so much proof. All you have to do is look at it. And they should have sent it back to the legislatures for approval.
I did watch all of these pieces of video. I didn't detect the sarcasm, lost by a whisker. We didn't quite make it. And we should just point out here as clarification, and you know this, you and your allies, 60 cases in front of many judges, many of them
No
Republican.
judge looked at it.
And said
they
there was
said
no
we didn't have
widespread fraud.
standing.
Trump always brings up that he has all this evidence, and they didn't hear us, and they didn't give us standing, and all of this. And it's as simple as the debate moderator bringing up the fact that, hey, dog, you lost 60 court cases, okay? And some of these were Trump-appointed judges. So the reason that you didn't have standing is because you literally had no evidence. They laughed you out of court, my friend. And so, like, you have to have those kind of facts just with you there. And that's not them being biased. That's just a fact of reality. That's not my opinion or the debate moderator's opinion. It's a fact of reality that Trump lost over 60 court cases while he was combating the results of the 2020 election. And it's as simple as the moderators just bringing it up. So like I said, phenomenal job by Kamala Harris. This is easily the best debate that anybody has had against Donald Trump. I know that's an extremely low bar to clear, but credit where it's due. She obviously prepped for this. She obviously was very well prepared, and all of the traps that she set for him, he walked right into it. And again, I also want to commend the moderators for doing a good job on this debate. I know the right-wingers are going to freak out and say it was horribly biased. If I'm being honest, yeah, they were a little bit easier on Kamala Harris than they were on Donald Trump. But again, Trump was the one bringing up Haitian migrants eating people's pets, not Kamala Harris. Trump was the one bringing up blatant lie after blatant lie, completely unprompted. And so it's their job to keep everybody within the same reality and try and hold the candidates to account. Anyway, guys, I had way more fun with that than I thought I would. Normally, I can't stand watching debates, but that one was actually pretty entertaining. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Guys, remember, please like and subscribe to the video. It helps me out massively, and it's completely free to you, and it means the world to me, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.